If you're a real estate agent struggling to find deals, this is exactly how you find motivated sellers using PropStream. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Kash-Wayne Campbell with Landmark Elite Homes, broker, coach, and also the owner of the Clear to Close Academy. All right, so PropStream is a comprehensive nationwide real estate data and analytics platform designed for investors, real estate agents, and brokers where you can identify off-market properties. Why pre-foreclosures equals opportunity right now? I think it's a huge opportunity in pre-foreclosure because a lot of real estate agents are going after expireds, they're going after FSBOs, the traditional things, the traditional lead sources. And I feel like there's a huge opportunity there to find off-market deals. There are sellers there that need your help right now that are motivated, but they just don't have the help that they need in order to get their properties on the market. So this is why I feel there's a huge opportunity in pre-foreclosure itself right now. All right, guys. So welcome to PropStream. Today, what we're going to be doing is we are going to filter a list here in PropStream, a pre-foreclosure list, right? So the first thing you want to do is really, go to the address section here. We're going to type in Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn, New York. That's where we're at. That's our market, right? So as you type in Brooklyn, New York, you're going to notice that there is a bunch of properties that pop up here because PropStream has preset filters here. You can also see properties that are on the MLS, auctions, etc. But today, what we're going to be doing is doing a custom filter inside of the PropStream filter section. Okay, so let me just go back a little bit. We're going to hit filters. As you hit filters, we're going to identify what kind of lead list we actually want. So right now we would want pre-foreclosures. Right now in the Brooklyn area, there's about 5,642 pre-foreclosures. I can customize this. I can go to now property details. Okay, in the property details section, it asks you here if you want to find residential, commercial, vacant land. Today we're going to be looking for residential property. Okay, so when I choose it, you're going to see the different properties come up. I'm going to look for multi-family properties, right? So I'm going to look for multi-family properties here. So I'm going to go ahead and click multi-family, 2 to 4. Okay, in New York, that's 2 to 4. All right, I'm going to scroll down a bit. All right, now I get to customize, how many bedrooms and bathrooms I want. Let's say I wanted something that had at least 4 bedrooms. That would be possibly a 2/2. Okay, 2 bathrooms, right? So we're building out our filter right now, 2 bathrooms. All right, some of you may want to get intricate with the building size, lot size, year built. So I can say I want anything that's built around 1980. As you notice, this number is changing. We're at 512 now, 512 properties. I can go by school district. I can go by number of stories. You can get real intricate here. You can look for properties, exclude properties that have HOAs, right? We can really fine tune this list. I can find properties with pools, garages. We can find properties that have a basement, properties that have an attic. So there's a lot that you can do inside of the platform itself. So in this area, this is the property condition. We can choose things that are in poor condition. We can choose things that are in good condition, or we can do poor to good condition, right? You see right here? So we can do from poor to good condition, right? Bathrooms, same thing. Interior, same thing. I'm going to move here. We want to choose things that are off the market because if they're already listed, they're listed with a realtor, which doesn't do us any good, right? So we want to find properties that are not on the MLS. Okay, I don't want any properties that are actually listed on the MLS. You see that? So I put off market. That's what I'm looking for. MLS status, never listed. So I'm looking for off market, never listed. So if you were looking for things that were on the MLS, you would click active right here. Then you can find properties that were on the MLS itself, and you can choose from when it was listed here to when, how many days it was on the market. So you can get real intricate with those properties, right? So I want to include pre-foreclosure properties. You could actually drop in the date here on when it was actually recorded. If you want to find properties that had an auction, you can put in a time frame here, right? A date, right? If you want to find more motivated sellers, if someone has an auction, that means that they most likely need to do something as soon as possible. The pre-foreclosure was released. You can find the date. You can see these are open bids here, right? You don't necessarily need to do this. Default amount, sometimes you want to find things that have a certain amount that they owe. They might be more motivated to sell, so you can put that in here. And this section is fairly important. So if you want to find properties that are owner occupied, you can put yes. If you want to find properties that are not owner occupied, then you will put no. If you want to find vacant properties, you can put yes. All right. Years of ownership. So let's just say you did 15 years. Okay. This person might be more motivated to sell, right? I usually choose individual. Let me go back. Sorry. It's clicking. I usually choose owner type individual rather than corporations. Corporations are a little bit harder to find, but it's up to you. You can also choose individual and corporation, choose a bunch of them at once, right? You can also choose out of state if someone is an absentee owner and they live in another state, out of county if they just live, in another county. If they're local, you can find local homeowners. So there's a lot that you can do here with the PropStream, platform. Let's just say you are looking for properties that were listed before. You can put the last sales price here. You can also put in number of properties owned. This is unique because on this type of list, let's just say someone defaulted on one property and they might own four. You can put in the number 4 here and find all 4 properties that they own. And inside the customer's record, there is a place that says linked properties where you can actually find how many properties that they actually own. All right. So this section is fairly important. Lien, bankruptcy, divorce. You can really filter in to include any of these things here. If they're delinquent, if they were delinquent on taxes, all of that you can put in here. You can also, so you can find homes with a specific estimated value, right? So if you want to find homes that are, worth $1 million, you can put that in here, right? Estimated rental income, estimated equity, right? So let's just say I wanted to find something where the owner has at least a minimum of 150,000 in equity. You can put that in there. If you're serious about finding real deals, not just guessing, you need PropStream. That's the reality. Here's the move. Get access to off-market leads, find pre-foreclosure, high equity sellers, and motivated owners to start building your pipeline today. They're giving you a free trial so you can test it for yourself. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. They're giving you a free trial so you can actually test PropStream for yourself. Click the link in the description of this video so you can get your free PropStream trial. All right, real quick, if you got value from this video, I want to show you exactly where to go next. This is my Clear to Close Academy. This is where I break everything down step by step. You're getting full training, live sessions, scripts. We show you actually how to turn leads into deals. Plus, you're around other agents, investors, all working to close deals. So you're not just doing this alone. If you're serious about getting your next deal, click the link in the description right now to join the Clear to Close Academy. Once you get into the group, go right here to the welcome message and just follow the steps there. Click the link in the description right now to join the Academy, and let's get you to these deals. I'll see you inside.